Touchdown Dubai. After a long day of travelling yesterday, we have finally arrived. When I say we, I mean myself. I am here by myself. So yes, I arrived probably about 4:30 in the morning this morning. So quite a long day, but I felt okay, slept okay. We have settled into the apartment. This is the apartment I'm going to be staying in for the next month, and I'm going to show you guys the apartment just now, because why not? So this is the apartment, which is a serviced apartment I'm staying in for the first month. This is in the City Premier Hotel Apartments, which is downtown Dubai, Business Bay, and as you can see, we have very, very cool views right in the metro line. Absolutely brilliant. I think the only thing this apartment could maybe have done with would have been a balcony, but I cannot complain, to be honest. We have everything that we need. We have a full kitchen set up. I'm going to be setting up my office there for client check-ins, washing machine, fridge, freezer, oven, stoves, obviously. We have the protein shaker in there. Now the fridge has basically nothing in it yet, except for energy drinks, protein shake, milk and eggs, the essentials. We have one spare bathroom. This is through to the bedroom. This is the master bathroom, if you will. Pretty decent, can't complain. Nice bedroom. I made this bed myself, so it's not perfect. But here we go. And again, from the bedroom, we have fantastic views. And just like that, week one in Dubai is over. So, for those of you who don't know, I have basically moved my full company from the UK over to Dubai. So I used a company called Creative Zone. The process so far has been absolutely fantastic, so I couldn't recommend them enough, because even that was a headache in itself, trying to find a company that I trusted, because it's a lot of money to get it set up. A company that I trusted to actually do it for me, essentially, and Creative Zone have been fantastic. I had my medical yesterday, so that was basically just a blood test and an x-ray of my chest, and today I drove probably about 45 minutes there and 45 minutes on the way back to have my biometrics done, which is basically just hand scans. So everything's done. My Emirates ID should be through in the next few days. Okay, so why did I move to Dubai? So some of you may know my wife actually grew up in the Middle East. She's always viewed it as home, and that was the kind of main driving force behind the initial move. And for those of you who know me well enough, you know that I am not the type of person who's going to wear man bags and Gucci swim shorts and spend my days sitting at beach clubs taking selfies. And obviously with my online business being online, it does give me the freedom to live outside of the UK. But even this was quite stressful, the thought of actually moving my company from the UK to the Middle East, because it's something that I've spent the last 6 years literally working my whole off every single day to get my business to the point it is at. So that in itself was stressful, moving it over here, not really understanding how the accounts work out over here, even how to set the business up over here. So all of that stuff was pretty stressful. Even when I was sitting at the airport before my flight out here, I was absolutely shitting myself. I remember sitting at the terminal thinking, what am I doing? I have built this very nice life for myself within the UK. I'm now leaving all of that behind to basically start over in a brand new country. I'm leaving all my friends behind, leaving all my family behind. So that self-doubt does definitely creep in. But I do think that doing difficult things and sometimes even scary things is really the only way to sort of push yourself out of your comfort zone and start to grow and develop as a person. And this is something that I do promote massively on social media. It's something that I promote even within my coaching business for clients to do. And it's not uncommon for myself to take a client through a simple weight loss journey and they then feel confident enough to apply for a promotion or move internally within their job to different roles. And I would have felt like a bit of a hypocrite if I hadn't moved over here, just because it was quite scary at the time. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that I've done it now, and I think seeing the growth off the back of it will be very, very satisfying. And this is something that I used to get caught up in as well when I was working as a cop full-time. Seeing people sort of online who didn't really seem to have jobs, and you thought, oh, that looks really, really nice, being able to sit on a beach with your laptop. But I think this is a sort of common fallacy amongst people who work online. Now, I have built a very successful online coaching business. I don't really take days off. I don't really take time off. Over the last 6 years, the first actual full week off that I took was in January this year to come to Dubai on holiday. So try not to feel massively jealous when you see people who do work online, because it is not all the sort of glitz and glamour that they falsely promote on social media. I've had so many people reach out to myself about, oh, how's Dubai, how's life in the sun. I've not actually went out a huge amount. Obviously, I've been here by myself for the past 6 weeks, staying in this apartment with the lovely green bogey coloured sofas, and I've literally just been working as normal. Obviously, I am self-employed. I do run what would now be considered as a sort of large business fully by myself. I do have a couple of people who I outsource things to, but the work doesn't stop. I work so much more now, and I have a lot less work-life balance than I did when I was in the police, working shifts and working different job roles in that job. So I think that's always something to consider if you do ever consider starting a business or like a side hustle and trying to develop it. It's only going to become as successful as essentially you're willing to put the work in. So if you're willing to do 10, 12, 13 hours on a Sunday when all your friends are away out to the pub or watching football, that's pretty much what it takes to develop a business and get your business to that level. But it's one of those ones, I think now it seems to be like frowned upon on social media for people to have a job. And I think if you have a job that's successful and you're making good money, like a cop, a nurse, doctors, whatever it may be, don't ever let any of these people sort of belittle you or make you feel like shit because you have a job. Like, it's a fantastic job. You can support your family with that job, with the income from that job. You can get a nice house, you can go on a couple of holidays, you can live the good life, and you can actually switch off from work when you're home from work or when you have annual leave, which is one thing that I definitely struggle with. I mean, this is now Sunday afternoon at 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon, and I'm doing a video for YouTube, which again doesn't really have to be considered work, but it's just going over and above and outworking other people essentially. But it does definitely get difficult trying to switch off and have time away from it. Now, obviously the plans for myself aren't to stay in Dubai specifically long term. I am in this apartment for 2 more days, and I am then moving to Abu Dhabi, where I will essentially be looking for a long-term lease on an apartment. That is where I'm going to be staying long term. I am going to document the full journey, the highs, any lows. I like to stay positive though, so it's all going to be highs, but there will be difficult times. I'm sure there will be difficult weeks, and I'm going to document the full thing. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. If you have any questions, let me know. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.